Yo, yo, yo. You know what time it is? It is definitely Friday. Let's get it.
I say no writing, nobody telling me what to say. This from the brain, from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get the money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got. I get.
Hey, yo, check it out, y'all. Grab them chairs. Some of y'all's here on Friday. Get you some water. Eat you some fruit. Roll you up a blunt. Have you a beer? Get you a cocktail. Just leave them pills alone. Friday night Black Bottom. Here we go.
Cause you seem to forget how much you are hurting me. Do what's right. You say you will, but then you don't. You just don't. You don't care, cause you don't take me seriously. What's there to repair if you don't want to talk to me? You should know your time is up, I'm out, I'm done. So I put you on a lifetime sentence, and you'll no longer feel my presence. So you thought I would let this stay. Thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this stay. Thought you knew me so much better. So you thought I would let this stay. Thought you knew me so much better. So we thought I would let this stay. No, that's right. Your words don't mean a thing to me. Sleepless night, your love has left us incomplete. Thinking that your promises will fizzle out. No, that's right. So I put you on a lifetime sentence, and you'll no longer feel my presence. So you thought I would let this stay. Thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this stay. Thought you knew me so much better. Cause I don't. So you thought I would let this stay. Thought you knew me so much better. Oh no. So we thought I would let this stay. So I put you on a lifetime sentence, and now you never feel my presence. So we thought I would let this stay. Thought you knew me so much better. We're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. For me, we thought I would let this stay. Thought you knew me so much better.
All right. Come on in. Come on in. We about to fellowship tonight, y'all. Come on in. Special Friday night.
Thought you knew me so much better.
It's a special Friday night Black Bottom Roscast. So tune on in. We about to get it in and fellowship tonight. So come on.
I'ma make you mine tonight, pulling your hair, baby. I feel you breathing on you. And I'm a selfish lover, when it's mine for me, one track mind for you. I don't think I can let you go. I don't think I can let you go. Bet you love me before I go. Bet you love me before I go. I don't think I can let you go. I don't think I can let you go. Bet you love me before I go. Bet you love me before I go. Tell me what you want, tell me what you need, baby. Tell me about your dreams, tell me everything, yeah. Do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. Body's never over for me. My favorite toy story. My biggest chasing me. Woody. And let me be a fantasy. Swiss on the key in the car. Come find the key, baby, baby. I don't think I can let you go. I don't think I can let you go. Bet you love me before I go. Bet you love me before I go. I don't think I can let you go. I don't think I can let you go. Bet you love me before I go. Tell me what you want, tell me what you need, baby. Tell me about your dreams, tell me everything, yeah. Do it, do it, do it. I'll do it, do it, do it. Tell me what you need, baby. Tell me what you want, tell me what you need, baby. Tell me about your dreams, tell me everything, yeah. Do it, do it, do it. I'll do it, do it, do it, do it. I don't think I can let you go. I don't think I can let you go. You love me before I go. Please love me. Oh, I don't think I can let you go. Baby, love me before I go. Tell me what you want, tell me what you need, baby. Tell me about your dreams, tell me everything, yeah. Do it, do it, do it. I'll do it, do it, do it. Tell me what you want, tell me what you need, baby. Tell me about your dreams, tell me everything, yeah. Do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it.
Oh, come on now. We are here at Black Bottom, so come on in. Grab them chairs. It's fellowship tonight. come on, everybody, man. We double streaming tonight. We on Facebook and on YouTube. So come on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, Black Bottom Roscast. Tune in right here on Facebook. But before we do all that, get you some water, eat you some fruit, roll you up a blunt, have you a beer, get you a cocktail. Leave them pills alone. Them muds will kill you. Come on. Special Friday night, Black Bottom. Man, come on and get up in here. Let's fellowship tonight, y'all. I know some of y'all in the house tonight. You know, It's a nice night. It's Friday. It's the end of the week. But right now, for those that's tuned in, you are right here at Black Bottom. So come on, let's go. Get in here, get in here, get in here. Like, share, subscribe right on Black Bottle. Let me see them likes and them hearts on Facebook. Let's get it, y'all.
There's a world inside my head. I get lost in it from time to time. All my answers never came, only one is inside of me. Addicted to escape, all I wanna know is space. So I stay. Oh, here we go. It's overflow. I don't wanna know what's wrong, 'cause I'm a messy soul. Oh, here we go. It's overflow. I don't know where to go. Yeah, I'm homeless soul. There's a war in me tonight. I try to stop it by escaping it. This game has lost its fun, knowing how take me down. I'm addicted to escape. All I wanna know is space. So I stay. Oh, here we go. It's overflow. I don't wanna know what's wrong, 'cause I'm a messy soul. Oh, here we go. It's overflow. I don't know where to go. Yeah, I'm homeless soul. When it's right down, sorry to touch the ground. Say please, oh, here we go. It's overflow. I don't really know what's on, 'cause I'm a restless soul. Oh, here we go. It's overflow. I don't know where to go. Yeah, I'm homeless soul. Oh, here we go. It's overflow. I don't really know what's on, 'cause I'm a restless soul. Oh, here we go. It's overflow. I don't know where to go. Yeah, I'm homeless soul.
Yeah, let's get in here. Let's fellowship tonight, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Show getting ready to start in a minute. Here we go. Here we go. You are here at the Ross Cash Friday. Let's go.
I cannot say what's wrong or right. It's not hard to fool me, 'cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yeah, lead the way, I follow. No need to say, with me or any now, babe, I follow. To the edge of it all, to the edge of it all. So tell you good night, 'cause I'll find a better one, yeah. So set the spotlight before the moment flies. So tell you good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. So set the spotlight before the moment flies. It's not a problem, 'cause I know what I'm getting into. Yeah, nothing can stop me, 'cause I'm addicted to you, and I realize with the way I follow. No need to say, with me or any now, babe, I follow to the edge of it all. So tell you good night, 'cause I'll find a better one, yeah. So set the spotlight before the moment flies, 45. So tell you good
bobbity bop. We are back. We are back. We are back. Peace and blessings. What's going on, everybody, on this Friday evening? You are here again. I'm Ross Lee. I'm just a local young, old, young, little youth that's just trying to do YouTube and Facebook live videos and give the real and do what I do. And I hope everybody had a very good week this week. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I hope everyone had a good week this week. It's just crazy. The last couple of weeks, I'm double streaming, y'all. So just, I'm struggle streaming too. But the last couple of weeks, people that has actually posted on my YouTube page, for whatever reason, their comments wasn't on there. So I had to do some finagling around and seeing what's what. And, it was like a little mode on there like, hey, if you want all kind of content to be put on your comments to allow that, maybe that was it. I don't know. It was kind of it was kind of interesting. But I hope everybody's had a good week, positive week. And I hope everybody's been out here striving to be the best version of themselves. Like I say on all my streams that I do, please don't hold what I say to my heart, because God ain't through with me yet. I still got some things I got to work out as far as how I convey certain words, how I express myself sometimes. But, just like any of us, when we in our vibe, we going to say what we got to say, All right, there we go. I think I just did something. Like I say, it's my fifth live on YouTube. So, a year or so from now, we're going to look back on that and be like, man, I remember when you was straight struggle streaming. I ain't got no soundboard. I can't do no sound bites. All I could do was do them myself. So how about that? Shout out to my coworker, Robert Shaw. He done made another sound bite. I'm gonna put that on my soundboard when I get it. That is like some cool shit. But anywho, I know y'all gonna be saying this shit, and I know some of y'all got some onions in the bag sack in your backpack, or some tomatoes, a couple of sliced oranges, some banana peels, some used up, mushroom innards, and whatever the case may be. I know some of y'all be saying this that's been watching me for a while. I'll be going on and on. Some of y'all might fall asleep, might wake up with your finger up your butt because it soothes you. I don't know. But I will say this. I am not trying to be too long. I'm not trying to be too long. So anyway, how's everybody doing? Yeah, I know. For all those who's on Facebook, I'm double streaming, y'all. I'm on Facebook and I'm on YouTube on my podcast on YouTube. For all those that want to go on there and like, share, and subscribe, Black Bottom Roscast. I know the descriptions in the comments, but from what I've been hearing, some people that's been tuned in before in the past, for whatever reason, doesn't actually let them log in and subscribe. So you can actually just go on YouTube, type in Black Bottom Roscast. I'm gonna pull right up. You can like, share, subscribe on the YouTube platform. Until I figure out what's going on with all the bugs and stuff. Yeah. Also, turn on your notifications. I know sometimes some of y'all might not get all the notifications. I know the other day I said I did my first short, so I was like, just kept it short, like about 20 seconds. Tune in to Rozcast. This upcoming Friday. I know I'm a little late. It's Friday. It's been a long work week. Yeah, definitely hit the bell. When you go on Black Bottom Rozcast, hit subscribe, hit the bell. That will get all your notifications of everything I do from here on out. I'm trying to build a platform. I'm trying to give y'all some, some information, some entertainment. Like I say, I'm struggle streaming right now. So just, bear with me, so it's all good. Once I get my other, things in order and I can really make, this show and this live stream very entertaining. Because trust me, I've been watching a lot of you content creators out here. Shout out to Thon Lexi, Black Light Podcast. Shout out to my number one moderator. I still got to figure out how to give you your wrench. Community moderation. Okay, let's see something. I don't know. That didn't do too well. I don't know what that was about. So for those that's on Facebook right now, please don't hold things against me. I'm just playing around right now. I'm gonna get started with the live chat in a minute. Let me see. That wasn't it. I'm not that well versed as far as some of this newfangled technology. So please don't hold this against me right now. But you know what, though? I ain't gonna worry about it. But I hope everybody have had a good week this week. Before we get started, like I always do on my lives, I know I'm giving some people like free advertising, but shoot, I'm struggle streaming. So, and also on my YouTube, I saw the Fun Size that put up my Cash App. So if you want to hit the Cash App, man, $1, $2, $5, $18, you can hit them dollars. Or I'm quite sure you can super chat too. And let's like all the other content creators, for those that hit the Cash App and the super chat, you are priority to get your shout outs and all that. And for those that's on YouTube right now, even if you just want to watch it, on Facebook right now, even if you just want to watch it on this platform, if you hit the Cash App and I see it, I'm going to give you a shout out on Facebook as too. So, yeah, we're going to do that. And before we get any further, this here live is sponsored by Ice House, Duff, Fiji Water. Oh, we got to put some love in your body, y'all. And the word of the game. I can almost remember this like it was yesterday. I know all of us in our life have come across, ran across, bumped up against people in our life that sparks interest in you, and you listening to what they have to say, inspires you, motivates you, almost checks you, and puts you in your proper perspective to make you really think as far as an individual out here. 3 years ago, through all my web searching and looking at different content creators over the years on YouTube, I just so happened to run across this man at a time where it might have been needed that I needed to run across this man. He had very interesting thumbnails on his lives, and he did a lot of live streams, and I was just intrigued with some of the titles that he was putting on there, and me being the type of person that always wants to seek information, seek knowledge, seek something, observe something that could help as far as yourself and the collective of us as Black people. I took on listening to this individual. And this individual had been online for quite some time. You know, he was an older cat. He was very well dressed, well spoken, had a lot of different information to give you as far as for the men, us as Black men, to step up our game as being real men, you know, showing us game as far as footwear, fragrances, and frames. That was his whole thing coming up when he first started content creating. He would have all these different videos about all the different things that can help us as men that might have lacked some kind of structure, some kind of male, guidance, some kind of stability. And he was doing that at first. Started making, his moves in it. People started subscribing to him. People started tuning in to his videos. He was very like how I am right now. Struggle stream like a mug, playing background, whatever camera he had the light, whatever lighting, didn't have no kind of extra, fluff and, things like that, and just spoke and just did videos. And he just kept doing them. Just kept doing them. Started building his fan base. Started building his subscriber base. That's what I'm saying. All those on Facebook, go on my YouTube, look up Black Bottom Roscast. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe. Trust me, I'm just not doing this just for 1 or 2 times. I'm really trying to build my platform, get better at what I'm doing, give you the information that I feel that all of us as men and women and brothers and sisters need to get. And happy Cinco de Mayo to all those that's celebrating Cinco de Mayo. I know some of those that be on my Facebook page. I'll be posting my annual little Cinco de Mayo, pictures, with my jar of mayo in the sink. So yeah, Cinco de Mayo. I wish I had something to put it on my on my YouTube because I posted, but I'm gonna figure all that out. Please don't hold me right now. Like I say, I'm definitely working on getting some things together, and let me see some things because I'm just playing around right now, and just getting things in line. But anyway, he started doing that. Then he started doing live shows where he would have call-ins of these brothers because he was strictly to try to help, direct and give some kind of credence and some kind of balance to a lot of black men that needed the help. So he'll open up his call lines. He'll have different topics. He'll talk about different things. And when he started to interact with his crowd, he was getting a better understanding as far as the people who was calling in, and the people that were calling in was starting to get an understanding as far as what he was really trying to do with this platform. And the first thing he wanted to do with his platform was show black men you can be on some grown man-ish. You can be in a different visual light than what society has shown all of us through these generations. You can get understandings as far as skincare, healthcare, how you present yourself on the everyday as a man, and to be shown respect on that. He was building these brothers up. It ain't got nothing to do with no building no bell. That's what some of these women out here be talking about, build a bell. And I don't even want to get into all that because some of the people that said, I'm tired of trying to build a bed with a man. Hell, you the bed your damn self. So it's porky, it's lorky. Y'all eating porridge. You got your baby bear sitting in the corner, gnawing on your couch. I mean, what the fuck? Like I say, don't hold it against me because God ain't doing me yet. But anyway, so he started doing on that. He went on that little journey for roughly about 3.5 years till he built his platform up. He was noticing that a lot of women was tuning in because they wanted to see how a black man was not necessarily degrading another black man, but putting him in his right perspective and making him understand what that man needed to do to improve himself, to make, as we all say in this space, the best version of yourself. A lot of those men took the advice to heart. Didn't give him no pushback, didn't try to call him out his name, didn't try to threaten to fight him, but they had an honest conversation, man to man, adult to an adult, and the content creator had an understanding for who he was talking to, and the participant that called in had an understanding of what the content creator was trying to convey. And they went by their business. He decided about 3 years ago, he's already 3 years in. He decided 3 years ago, okay, I'm starting to really build a following. I'm starting to really get a subscriber base. People are really looking at my videos, whether they give me good reviews, good comments, or not. But he's getting traction now. Please, all y'all that's on Facebook, if you really mess with a brother, go on over to the Black Bottom Roscast on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button so you can get all the notifications of everything that I do on my page and help me build. Like I said, I'm struggle streaming right now. Cash App is in the comments on Facebook, as well as on my comments on my YouTube page. If you go on my YouTube page, I'm quite sure there's a section on there for you to super chat too. Understand this, for whoever hits me with cash apps and super chats, I will stop the show and shout you out. Y'all can tell me your name, where you're from, all that, and let's just fellowship. Let's just network, man. But like I said, 3 years ago, he decided to change up the pace a little bit with all the popular and modern things that's going on in this world, and the Miss Independent culture, and with all the feminist culture that's been going on for the last 5 decades, and all the different other things that's going on in society. He decided to change it up a little bit. And now his focus was on talking to modern women. Not necessarily trying to be a dating coach, but I think all of us as individuals should have a good understanding of what we want in relationship and in family structure and in choosing a mate. And a lot of times, a lot of us have made some bad choices, have made some effed up fashion risk and lost. You done thought that you had the wheel and all you had was a spoke. You thought you was in the driver's seat, but you was in the trunk. I mean, just all kind of shit. Oh, right. So I ain't worried about the super chats right now. But man, please like, share, subscribe, Black Bottom Roscast. And we working, we moving. I ain't just, like I say, I ain't just trying to just mess around. I'm trying to be, on point with this. So stick with me, stay with me. So he decided to change the pace a little bit. Started investing in his product, what we all as people should do. Whatever it is that is in your heart that you feel that you can do, that not only to give back, but to give back to yourself. Don't let nobody tell you can't do it. Don't let nobody tell you can't do it. You can do whatever you put your mind to. I tell my children that all the time, and they show me every day they can do whatever they put their minds to. Way better than me. And I'm glad. I ain't one of those parents that don't see the life that you helped create and watch them grow, watch them get their own personalities, watch them get their own mindsets, watch them get their own ways, and just be amazed. Yeah, sometimes you see something in them that you yeah, that's me. Oh yeah, that's their mama. Oh yeah, that's their daddy. But at the same time, when you see something that's truly, truly them, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. Life is the greatest thing in this world that a lot of us take for granted. And we got to stop doing that. You only got one life. If you can't live it to the best of your capability, the best of your dormant potential, the best, try to be the best version of yourself, I don't know what to tell you. I know all of us, I would hope all of us would try to strive to just improve just this much more from what you was in the previous year, or the previous year before that, or the previous year before that. If you haven't progressed in these last 5 years of your life up until this point, then you're not really doing what you need to do as a person, as an adult. Some of y'all might be making excuses for why you haven't. Some of you might want to point the finger at someone else. Some of us might want to say, oh, it's white supremacy and racism and to keep those narratives stuck in your brain, stuck in the forefront of your face where you don't see nothing else. But at the end of the day, you have to look yourself in the mirror. Every day, Lord willing, you wake up after your sleep. Every day, you have to get up, get out, and get something. Shout out to Outkast for back in the day. That was one of my number one motivational songs back in the day when that song was hot, and they was hot like that back in the day. You need to get up, get out, and get something. Don't let the days of your life pass you by. You need to get up, get out, get something. You don't spend all your time trying to get high, nigga. Seriously. And so many of us do that to this day. But back to what I was talking about, because I'm getting there. I'm getting to the point of the matter and what we're doing here and why we're here and why you see the title of the live stream. And yeah, we're going to get there. So then this content creator started changing up the pace. He started getting little things to make his live stream more appealing visually, musically, everything. He just was doing something just different. It was actually kind of cool because it got my attention. How he would start off his live streams, with the new music. And, he had the timer. I ain't got the timer. I'm trying to tell you on YouTube, I'm trying to figure all that out. I got to get all that other stuff so I could do that. Like I said, I'm double streaming on 2 platforms, on my Chromebook and on my phone on Facebook. So, hey, like I said, yeah, I am struggle streaming. So don't hold that to me. But then he started changing up his programming, started changing up the genres of people that he was talking to. Now he's talking to women. Now he's trying to, but he always, man, look, I'm trying to tell you, when it came to candles, when it came to men fragrances, because yes, he was an advocate for the brothers, for the men. Yes, us as men, we want to try to look good, smell good, feel good. If not, I don't know what to tell you. But any man that's trying to elevate themselves in their life, elevate themselves with their peers, elevate themselves with their whole perspective of things, you would want to do those different things to help motivate you. To help motivate you. You know what I'm saying? To help bring you to a higher level in life. There's nothing wrong with having a higher standard of living. You deserve it just like I deserve it, just like anybody deserves it. They just have to work for it. Anything worth having is you got to put in work. Whether it's your job, whether it's your education, whether it's your community, whether it's your home, whether it's your children, anything worth having, you have to put in the work. You have to put in some effort. You have to put in some care. And you have to put in some respect. If not, you're just spinning your wheels and wasting time. But he started changing up the game. He started really, talking to the ladies. whatever topic that he had, whatever went on in his monologues, it sparked these ladies' interest. Whether it's them trying to seek some kind of help or try to show him up and try to make him feel like he didn't know what he was doing. But whatever the case was, the brother was very intelligent, respectful to a degree, and gave you the truth unadulterated and the raw, right in your face. What's up, Neville? Shout out, Neville. Oh, for all those that's on my Facebook, shout out Marsha. Shout out Nadia. Man, I ain't seen you in a minute, man. I hope everything's been good. I hope y'all still tuning in. But shout out, Neville. I hope everything going good out there in Miami with your Miami ass. I know your team out there in the playoffs doing their thing. You know, Chicago will be back in that number soon. I don't know how soon, but it's going to be soon. But definitely, like, share, and subscribe my page on on YouTube. I'm sorry, on YouTube, Black Bottom Roscast. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button. You'll get all the notifications that I do when I do my Black Bottom Roscast. I know you from Shoptown, so if you still fuck with the Bulls, then hey, that's what's up. I know sometimes people when they move out and go other places, they do their thing and they show more respect to their respective teams that's out there in their city. But I will say this though, no matter what, anybody that's from Chicago that move anywhere, they still gonna rock with Chicago teams. So that's what's up. Cause I know I would, regardless where I was living at, I'm gonna still rep, where I come from. So yeah, Neville, I hope everything's good. Hope you and the wife is doing good. And hope y'all been blessed. And man, yeah, keep striving to be the best version of yourself, brother. We go back to high school. That's a long time. And it's good to see people who I've came across in life that were good people. We've had good memories and we've had some great times, and that we're still here because we only have one life to live and none of us is promised tomorrow. Man, always, brother, as long as the day is long, I'm going to always try to strive to be the best that I can be. Not only just for myself, but for my family and my legacy. That's what's real important, is our legacy, the legacy that we leave behind. Do we want to leave behind a legacy of chaos and confusion and drama and bullshit? Or do we actually want to leave a legacy of focus and spiritualness and respectability and structure and love and progression of excellence? We all have our own definitions of that word excellence. It could be many different things. But the one thing that we've lacked in our community for many, many years is respect, togetherness, structure, and focus. Hold on a second, y'all. Sorry for the delay. I need one of those. I gotta hurry up and get the sound bar. So like when I need intermissions, I just hit that and go on about my business. Anyway. This brother really did some things. Give me a second, y'all. I gotta take care of something. All right. I am back. I'm so sorry for the delays. I know I've been going on my soliloquies and all that. But yeah, back to what I was saying about my bro. And this is why we actually doing this. And since we already here, I might as well already talk about it. Peace and rest in peace and rest in heaven and rest in goodness for the brother Kevin Samuels. Last year, today, was when he passed. And while I'm talking about all this other stuff, is that this brother, when I stumbled across him on YouTube back in 2020, right before the pandemic hit, and all the other madness, he was doing things that really stood out, at least in my eyes, you know? I know you like, what the fuck going on? Nothing. My allergies messing with me right now. Makes your throat dry. I hate this time of year. It's bad. I wish I didn't have allergies like this. But it's always good to keep water and libations around you. Because after a while, it clears up. And you're like, oh, I feel a lot better. But anyway, he started changing up the pace a little bit. Kevin Samuels did. Started talking to the ladies. Was coming up with good concepts and good ideas as to how can we help the black community get back to a better perspective in life. You know, get back to the nuclear family structure. Right, give me a second, y'all. Get back to the times when Big Mama and Paw Paw and them and Uncle Ray Ray and Uncle Skillet and, you know, Cleophas and fucking Elmos. Back to them times when, even though we might have not had the most on a material level, we at least had something on a family's level, a family structure, a family understanding. Some of us knows about how that was, especially a lot of those that's still here in Generation X. You know, us 70s and 80s babies, we should remember, and we should definitely remember how it was when we were coming up as children. Okay, all right, fun size in a second, you know. After I finish what I have to say, I'll open up the lines for those that, I mean, hey, and trust me, for those that want to like speak on my platform, you are more than willing to speak. When I say, hey, I'm opening up the lines, whether you are on YouTube, well, I don't know about whether I can do it directly on YouTube quite yet. I got to get some other stuff for YouTube for me to do that on that platform. But definitely on the Facebook side, you want to talk about some things and voice whatever you got going on. Yeah, when I say I'm gonna open up the lines, then yeah, you can join in, and I'll definitely plug you into the live stream. We can break bread and do all that. I just had to say a few things before I start to open up the lines. But yeah, you know, we remember those days, especially in my generation and the generation, you know, after us, as far as the was that the millennials, right? Yeah. It's Generation X, millennials, zennials, I believe. I get them confused after the millennials. And now with the younger generation, they call it the alphas. And I understand why the babies are called the alphas. You know, because these little children, they done been here before. I don't know. They was probably hanging out with Caesar and them. These little children is doing the most. I almost said something about them because damn, how fucking bad they are. But you know, it is what it is. Because you know, I got alpha babies, as what they say now. So trust me, I see it. You know, I'm trying to tell you, they amaze me every day I see them. You know, every day I see them grow. Every day I see them say something in their own little world. I'm like, wow, you gotta respect it, but we gotta take care of it as well. There's no sense in having these children and bringing forth life if you're not going to give them the best that you can give them so they can be the best version not only of themselves but of you. Who would not want their children accomplishing things out of this world that you probably never had the ability to do. Not to say that, you couldn't do it. It just wasn't, you had something else in plan as far as your life. But for your children to exceed what you've done as a person, man, you should be feeling blessed about that. Yeah, Generation Alpha. Yeah, that's what our children are. My youngest daughters. My older sons, they are millennials. They were born in the millennial time. Yeah, because my elder son was born in 93, and my son after him was born in 2001. That was right there in that time. Matter of fact, my younger son was born right after the millennium started. So yeah, it all makes sense. But back to what I was saying, as far as about Kevin really showed me a lot 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I was in a crossroads. 3 years ago, I didn't know what more I could do. I've been bouncing around with these different jobs and dealing with certain people and situations, and in certain family, and it just didn't seem like things was really moving forward. Everything was feeling like it was stagnant. Everything was seeming like someone else had something to prove, or just whatever the case may have been. In those people's eyes, I can't speak on them because I'm not in their mind. I can only speak on myself and express what I was dealing with. And I had to change some things up. Started watching this man. Started watching a lot of his platform. His platform's still up on YouTube, y'all. Go to Kevin Samuels and look up any and everything that he had during his whole time in the space. And I promise you, even though the Tuesday, May 4th, was his last live stream, I was actually watching it, but somewhat watching it, because see, over time, any content creator that I really supported at like a couple years ago or a year or so ago or however, there will be times where I would just get on their platform. I'll be in maybe some relaxing ass state. I might just, be kind of tired, and I would just let their content play, lay down. A lot of times I done fell asleep on a lot of these content creators' content. But it was okay though, because I would always go back to it if I did fall asleep, especially if it was a subject that I felt was interesting enough to, listen to. And sometimes it just happens. I know. I'm quite sure some of you motherfuckers gonna sit up here and fall asleep listening to me talk. But it's okay though. You lucky I ain't there, because you might wake up with some tomato paste in your ear. Some peanut butter in your shoe. Nah, I'm just playing. But no, I'm not playing. Man, some of my guys back in the day used to do pranks like that. Whoever fell asleep, first. Who was bad times? Anyway, I ain't gonna get into all that. That's another lie for a whole different time. That'll probably be what I'm talking about as far as what I used to deal with in the circles I dealt with back in like the 80s. Shit, that's a whole nother genre of content right there. Some of y'all that wasn't there wouldn't even understand it. Oh man, we did all that. Lotion in the hand, and then put a feather on somebody's face. At the end of the day, they feeling it splash. We used to do that with barbecue sauce, ketchup, hair gel. We would be nice with the lotion. Sometimes. But any other time, some relish. You ever seen somebody smack their shit in their face with some relish? Nah, let me shut up. I'm not trying to talk to them Zords right now. That's for another time. Please, I ain't trying to talk about that. I'm trying to stay on task. Because, I don't try to be too long. But I see this is a special night. It's Friday. This might go on a little longer than expected. But, what I have to talk about is worth talking about. But, what's funny is that when I started listening to this man and listen to his content, he was saying things that I've heard as a child, growing up with like an elder cousin, an uncle, your grandmom, your granddaddy, your auntie's friend, your uncle's friend. These were things that he would talk about in these different discussions that gave me the word I'm looking for is relevance. I think about that for a second. Like I said, I'm trying to be a better, kinder, more gentler, more cohesive Ross. So just bear with me now. It's Friday fucking night now. We partying. What up? Yeah, we definitely need to bring Shaman back. But what's so interesting that, you said that comment back in them days, oh yeah, your mamas and them, your uncles and them, your aunties and them, your elder cousins and them. Oh yeah, they was shaming your ass. You was doing some fuck shit. Everybody in the family on your ass. Everyone. You know why? Because mama was on the phone with the family like, boy, let me tell you what this trifling mother ever did today. Y'all know what I'm talking about. How many of y'all that actually sat there and watched your mama be on the phone talking about you to somebody on the phone like a goddamn dog? And it wasn't nothing you going to do about it. You weren't going to tell her, hey, don't stop talking. Smack the teeth out your mouth. She'd be looking right at you. Man, this motherfucker right here then went to the grocery store, and I told his ass to stay with me, but no, this motherfucker didn't want to listen, so he wanted to go on aisle 18 and then start fucking doing some weird shit. He started like opening up peanut butter and then jelly and shit, slap some bread. This motherfucker was making a sandwich in the motherfucking stove. I'm about to whoop this nigga ass. Cause by that time, your mamas and them was so busy in the store and shit, so they ain't really paying attention to you because you supposed to have enough sense to act fucking right. And next thing you know, the manager's tapping your mama on the shoulder like, ma'am, is this your child? Because your child was over here doing this, that, and third. Back in them days, it was SOS. I'll say this again. Back in them days, when your youngins act up in public, it was SOS. And some of y'all probably wondering, well, what are you talking about? I know some of y'all know, but for those that don't know, or probably wasn't there during that time, or had no inkling of that kind of parenting, SOS was smash on sight. They are beating your ass in that public location and ain't nobody doing nothing about it. I don't even test them. Because they're going to beat your ass on top of it. And then keep beating your ass. And then drag your ass up out of there. And then whatever happens after that, oh, you in for a long night. If your mama and them back in the day had to beat your ass in public, oh, it's a long night for you. Oh, you just thought it was just over in the store? Prepare to qualify. Like that old video game pole position used to say. Because this is you in for a long night. You would have hoped that woman get tired and your family get tired or don't show up because you getting beat all night long. All night, all night, all night long. And your Lionel Richie face. The fuck? Every time we meet, I'm beating you in the street all night long. Because you fucked up. But I got a way off track on all that. All night, I'm trying to tell you. And those that grew up with old school parents can attest to that shit. It ain't gonna just be that few little minutes. Oh, then it's over. They gonna make you trust me. The elders back in the day, when they wanted to get some bullshit about you, they gonna get some bullshit about you. And after they finished doing what they had to do to you, you would be a fucking fool to do it again. You'd be a fucking fool. Unless you just got a death wish. You just didn't care. Yo, you testing, you treading on water. You testing the boundaries. You calling a motherfucker a sucker. Man, Big Mama didn't play with that shit. Big Mama and Unc and Paw, they didn't play that shit, man. Trust me, they were gonna beat that shit about your ass. Tell me I'm lying. For those that remember that time of rearing. I mean, it's not like they beat us every goddamn day, but goddamn, kids are kids, children are children. Sometimes they just hard-headed. Sometimes they just don't listen. Sometimes they just think they can do whatever the fuck they want. Until the parent tell them no, and motherfucking no. You're going to do what the fuck I tell you to do. Or else. What you going to do about it? It made a lot of us a lot better in this society. A lot of us didn't do the wild shit out here in these days to put yourself in situations where they looking at you behind the glass like, motherfucker, I told your punk ass. Now look at you. Shit. I think a lot of us that grew up in the Generation X and the millennials, I think a lot of us was too fearful of disappointing our parents. We were too fearful, fucking up to the extreme. I ain't saying all of us, but a nice majority of us was like, nah, I don't want that smoke, man. Because it ain't cool at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you getting woke up violently. I mean, like, ain't no, get up, baby. Oh, get up. Baby, get up. No, it wasn't that. You was getting woke up by a belt, a hanger, an elbow, a slap. Depending on how that motherfucker felt that night, he might body slam your ass. Just like pick you up off the bed and just like, bam, wake up. People want to say that's abuse. No, it ain't abuse. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do as parents to put your children in line. Something that we lacking right now because of society, how the government, how lawmakers is making it. And you people have lost the ability to raise productive people in our communities because you don't want to listen. You want to listen to what another motherfucker tell you. You want to abide by the rules of how they live in their life. And their life ain't doing that much better either. Okay. A lot of them have serial killers eating cereal and oatmeal every goddamn morning in their house. I ain't gonna go there with that, but yeah, it is what it is with that. I'm not gonna make this a situation where it's about one race against the other. No, but y'all all know what I'm talking about. There's some people out here in this world that be fucking raising serial killers. It ain't us. But I digress. Hold on for 1 second, y'all. All right. Keep telling you, I cannot wait until I get my other equipment. So when I do these little lives and I do my little intermissions, I can just, entertain y'all while I'm gone. But anyway, as to what I was saying, before I keep continuing, I'm not trying to make this too long. I know it's been actually longer than what I normally do. Well, actually, no, it's about what I'm talking about. I normally do a live, But no, not really. I started late. That's right. I started at 8:30 tonight. I normally start at 8. So I'm actually right on track. But I will say this. The influence that Kevin Samuels made on me and a lot of the people around me is monumental. It's a blessing. And I'm glad it happened. It's not every day that sometimes in life we have our ups and our downs. But if you can have someone that can give you just a little inkling of motivation. You ain't trying to live their life. You're trying to live your life. But if it's something that a person can give you to help improve on your life, make that happen. But don't ever forget where you got that from. That's a lot of us as Black people's problems. We will take different things and different ideas from other people in our community to help yourself, but you refuse to give credit where credit is due and acknowledge where you got that from, because you're so selfish into wanting others to think, oh, you came up with that idea, you came up with that concept, you came up with that mindset. Let me tell y'all something, y'all. Life is about imitating things that come before you. Life is really about what you've gathered in your past to help you in your present, to guide you in your future. But at the same time as us as individuals, to recognize that, utilize that, build on that, and move forward with it. Not just with what you learned, but what you have instilled in you as well. It's happened all throughout our history. It's happened throughout all of our lives. Yeah. Would you come up with something that's original and that could be helpful for you and yours and everything around you? Yeah, of course. Just like the next person and the next person and the next person and that other person down the street. Life is about learning and building. You're not going to sit here and tell me in your state of existence and your state of mind right now that you know everything that you need to know. There's nothing else that needs to be shown to you. There's nothing else that needs to be taught to you. I got it. Don't worry about it. I'm good. We learn something every day. That's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of growing as an individual. That's the beauty of, as y'all say, leveling up, so-called. Whatever y'all mean by leveling up is, I don't know what some of y'all's meanings of that word. That word could be meaning many different things, many different situations. I don't know what some of y'all mean when y'all say y'all try to level up. I know what I mean. If I was to say that, I don't really call it leveling up. I call it, growth. Let's keep it real simple. I call anything that I can utilize and use to help me better myself, I call that growth. Listening to that man for the last 3 years helped me to grow as a person and my mindset in business, to look at society very selectively and thoroughly, and just overall just try to make better for the most important thing that all of us should focus on, and that's our legacy. Because see, You can walk upon this planet all your life and do all the shit that you want to do for yourself. But if you have a legacy behind you, you will want them to learn and deal and even be better than you. Because we're not going to be here forever. I know I'm not. I'm not. And for those that don't know, I'm 51. I'll be 52 in August. Praise God. A lot of brothers and sisters I grew up with in my generation didn't make it this far. A lot of brothers and sisters of my generation didn't make it to 21. Some of them didn't even make it to 18. Some didn't make it past 30. Some checked out at 40. And to be honest with you, it was a handful of us that's still around, and we're 50. There's been something that's been going on that we got to get together, and an outsider can't help us. It is a shame that so many of us will listen to an outsider's point of view of how we should live our life instead of listening to someone that's looks just like you. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody that looks like us don't have our best interests. There's a lot of people in our culture that thrive on making us look bad, throwing dirt on our name, disrespecting, anything negative to just keep you down, put hate on you, lies, dramas, physically hurt you. A lot of us in our community do that to ourselves. But you will listen to an outsider as it's Murphy's Law. How's that working for some of y'all? Is that really working out for some of y'all? I mean, now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, we should listen to all us black folk and we should just go and shuffle along and just swing low and sweet chariot our asses into abyss. Nah, there's some people in our camp that need to get checked. There's some people in our camp that need to get what they call it, an intervention. Some people in our camp don't even need to be in a fucking camp because they ain't doing shit but fucking it up more. But I digress. Another live for another time. This is what I wanted to talk about tonight because it's a special live. I don't normally do these on Fridays. I'm normally doing something else after a long week of me taking care of what I take care of, which ain't some of y'all's business anyway. So don't ask. You think you know. Some of y'all haters out here, y'all really think y'all know what I be doing. You really don't. You just mad because you ain't around no more. But it's okay though. You did it to yourself. I just helped you get the fuck out my face. Because if you ain't good by me, why the fuck should I be around you? because I really don't phony kick it with people. I don't, shoot the shit with people, break bread with people, talk with people, network with people that I know ain't shit or ain't got nothing good for me. I've told you all this plenty of times before, and maybe you need to really understand again. If I really don't be around you, or I talk to you, break bread with you, show you, solidarity, I'm probably not fucking with you. Get it together. Don't get mad. Just move around. But yeah. Tonight, a year ago, last year, I heard some shit that was so wild. I just couldn't believe it happened because I just saw a live stream the night before. And it's still up, his page is still up. Like I say, go to Kevin Samuels, man, like, subscribe. He still got content on there that's relevant, even though the last thing he made was a year ago yesterday. That was his actual last video, was May the 4th. And I slept off half of it because I was going to watch it the next day. That's what I always used to do with a lot of content creators, especially if you guys have long streams. I'll listen to a little bit of it when I'm sitting home relaxing. And a lot of times I'll fall asleep on it, wake up, the shit's off. I'll wake up the next morning and finish off watching it. And I just thought it was just like a regular night. But what was weird, how he was moving in the social media streets, he was always posting something, even if it was a short, a 5-10 minute video, something. Nothing was moving. Other content creators was actually making videos like, well, what's going on? Has anyone heard from this brother? Maybe he's just laying back. Maybe he just was so overwhelmed because the boy stayed working. He stayed traveling. He stayed doing content. He was just some of everywhere. So a lot of us was like, well, hey, maybe he just said, hell, let me just take a day off, But it wasn't like that. And it was like too many other people were saying things, and it was uncharacteristic, as we all say, that he just would just disappear off of any kind of social media. So you at least know that he's, still out here doing what he's doing on a daily. And it didn't come into fruition until maybe about 6, 7 o'clock in the evening, when rumors was coming out. Rumors was even coming out before an even official announcement was made. That's what was really crazy. That's what just showed me just how much certain people just disliked this man, because they didn't like how he interacted with you. You didn't like that he told you everything that you needed to hear, that you might not wanted to hear, but you heard it anyway. He was like that elder uncle that's like, nigga, get your shit together. But you wanted to be hard-headed, so you find out the hard way. And then when you come back crying, now he fucking got the finger in your face like this. Yeah. He was that kind of person. And a lot of people in this here soft ass SWOFT society. I said soft. A lot of y'all moist as fuck. Some of y'all should have been called Charmans. Downy. So soft. Snuggles. Some of you people out there need to be called Snuggles. Fucking what other soft ass shit? Some fucking Irish whipped cream soft ass nigga. You motherfucking Boston baked bean mushed in a can ass nigga. You fucking nah, I ain't gonna go there. Y'all ain't ready for that kind of talk. There's that side back. Once I get some of my old heads, when we start talking side back, then you understand what I'm talking about. But I ain't gonna talk about that right now. Leave that alone. Anyway, let me stay on task, man. But I gotta say, God bless the family of Kevin Samuels. May you all keep his memory alive. Shout out to all the content creators that's actually, because a lot of us was really like, whoa, we was taken back by all this shit. So for a few months, it wasn't really any content that was put on that had anything to do with Kevin Samuels. A lot of you motherfuckers was out here hating on him. Fuck you to all y'all. Like, really, like, how would y'all do that? But y'all suck, and Jerry Springer crack ass from the back, and he exploited the shit out you motherfuckers back in the day. Y'all praising, y'all crying and boo-hooing over Jerry Springer that purposely made black people look bad. Kevin was actually trying to help a lot of people. Ask his followers how many of them helped change their relationships, help get some people married, help bring certain families back together. Go ask. Go ask that question. Stop being a bitch ass, jealous hearted ass nigga and really ask, did he really help you? Oh, some of y'all just didn't like what he said about you because it was true. You know what I'm saying? Was it true? Did he say some things on a live stream, even though he wasn't talking to you, that you was like, ooh, yeah, okay, I get that. Because I did that. That's why that happened? Yeah, motherfucker. That's why it happened. Because you did this, that, and the third when you should have did this, that, and the second. I mean, what do you want me to say? So you mean to tell me that a person that has dealt with the life that they dealt with, their ups, their downs, their flaws, that they admitted they have flaws, they admitted they made mistakes, they admitted they should have did it a different way. But it was after the fact that they figured it out, like, damn, I got to hold myself accountable too. Because, you know, man is always held accountable. But you ladies don't never want to be held accountable. And that's what y'all really got in y'all feelings about, because this man said, hey, what did you do to fuck up? What did you do to help that situation break apart? What are you doing to bring your SMV up to par? Your sexual market value. For those who don't know what SMV is. What does y'all do? But y'all say, y'all, he hated women. He hated y'all. No, he said every night, shout out to the CIA, the confident, intelligent, and assertive men. Shout out to the FBI, the feminine, beautiful, and inspirational women. Where was the hating at? Y'all ain't heard those phrases in a long time. I know some of y'all haven't, right? He used to say it every night. He used to say that every night. Shout out to the CIA. Shout out to the FBI. See, at first, he had to put it in your brain what those acronyms was. He was a beast when it came to doing acronyms that meant certain meanings of a deeper purpose. Every night. Shout out to the CIA. Shout out to the FBI. Oh, shout out to the confident, intelligent, and assertive men. Those are the ones that keep moving forward. When you're confident, when you're assertive, when you're confident and you're intelligent and assertive in your moves, you make things happen that needs to happen. Women, when you're feminine, when you're beautiful, and you're inspirational, you make things happen. Let's break those three letters down right now. Feminine, being in your feminine nature, being a true woman, acting like you have some form of class and sense. Beautiful doesn't necessarily mean physically beautiful. It can mean mentally beautiful. It can mean the things that a woman does as a nurturer. You know, it's a beautiful thing when you see a woman take care of a child, and that child just adores that woman. That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing when a woman can get in between a chaotic situation and calm the storm. That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing when a woman gives forth life to build to legacy. That's a beautiful thing. The intelligence to know how to move, intelligence to know how to nurture, intelligence to know how to do the things that a woman is supposed to do. See, I'm cooking right now and I'm vibing. So hey, look, if some of y'all don't want to believe what I'm saying, it is what it is. If some of you ladies are not like that, I'm not mad at you. That's probably why you're in the situation that you are right now. You're by yourself, you're mad, you're bitter, you got your bullet and your rabbit, and you put your rabbit and your bullet within the motherfucking rolls and you suck your asshole out. With your dildo. And some chocolate. You might put a little peanut butter on it with your nasty ass. But anyway, like I say, don't shit on me. Hey, yeah, I told you got into with me. When I get to going, I go. You won't argue. Then hey, hit me up. We can talk. We can definitely talk. It's a special night, man. I was broken up last year on this day when I found out that news. And I found out this news probably about 7, 8 o'clock that night. last year. Like, I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. It was just like how y'all looking at me right now. You know, he's talking, he's doing his stream. He said his goodnights. It fades to black. Next day he gone. Like, what? This gotta be a joke, man. This gotta be a prank. This ain't even April Fool's. This is fucking May. It's a whole month later. This is right before Mother's Day. Some of you bitches love that shit. I ain't Michonne. Shout out to Messy Michonne because she got the phrase biatches. No, you bitches was loving that. See, I ain't monetized on my other platform, so I can talk this right now. This is gonna be some shit that y'all can watch about 4 or 5 years, and I'm like, damn, Ross was on something that night. But anyway, just speaking things into existence. Damn all that other shit. Damn all the hatred that he got. Damn all that. I know a lot of y'all didn't like the message, but did you get the message? I know a lot of y'all did not like the messenger. But did you get the message? He had to leave a hell of an impression for every other day. I see a new YouTube page dedicated to putting his content out there. Some give legitimate fair use content of his platform. Others kind of, you know, take advantage of it. Just play it, don't say shit, don't react to it, don't give it that. But that's on them. After a while, if they don't do it the right way, as far as YouTube guidelines, they're going to get shut down anyway. Well, for those that know about fair usage and on social platforms and how you do reaction videos, you have to give some kind of dialogue alongside with just using someone else's material. Just to give y'all fair game. And I'm struggling streaming, but I at least know that. I haven't gotten to that point yet, but when I do, yeah, that's how I'm to be about it. And that's how you give the balance, and you give it more to what you gotten from it, because you're putting it out there as far as what needs to get put out there, what you're trying to give to your people, but you're also giving your own personal output on it as well. And that's not something that you're taking from someone else. That's something that you're creating. So if you want to be a content creator, you create content. You don't regenerate content. You don't regurgitate content. You take something that you've seen, you get the basis of it, and then you move forward and you expand on it. That's how you build content. But that's another story for another time. And I know some of these people out here and some in these YouTube streets be trying to charge all this extra amounts of money just for that kind of crap. I already know that. I appreciate some of you doing that. Maybe some of these other content creators go on these different other sites with these other content creators as far as these, meetings or whatever, and spending all this money to get some kind of gain. Okay, I can get that. But that's not what all I need to do. All I need to do is know the basis of what I'm doing. Make sure I have good content. Make sure I don't, step on any guidelines that can get me put in trouble, and keep moving. Yeah. But before we wrap this up, like I said, that was a very painful time. So a lot of y'all ain't no better this year than what you was last year when y'all was mad because this last video was saying that a lot of you ladies, 35 and plus, that's not married, don't have no family structure, or leftovers. But he didn't come up with that term. That's always been a term. Ask the Asians. But I bet y'all ain't gonna check them about it. And then go in their damn Chinese restaurant and try to get some egg foo young and see what they gonna feed your ass. Keep playing with them. You gonna talk shit about them motherfuckers and go to Lee Wong Ho to try to get you some orange chicken or some shit. And you done disrespected them and how they move, and they gonna feed you some orange chicken. I ate. Anyway, let me wrap things up. I hope a lot of y'all has been out here. For those that is looking at me, and I don't know how many of y'all might be looking at me on YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm just trying to build this platform. For those that's on Facebook, man, go on over to YouTube, go to Black Bottom Broadcast, hit the like and subscribe button, hit the bell. You get all future notifications about what I'm doing. This is a wild day, man. Last year on this day was wild. It was crazy. And so many people of our own downed that man like he was the devil. And that was the saddest thing. God rest Sinful to P, because he did a response video to it too. And he passed to the spiritual realm the day after Christmas last year. And that was fucked up. But like I said, that's another story for another time. But even he was like, damn, y'all just bogus. How y'all just talking about this man? But here it is, the Jerry Springer just died, and Usain Lou Niglins is praising and sad about a man that blatantly exploited you. Anybody that ever went on Jerry Springer show, you's a goddamn clown, because you ain't get paid. All you got was a free airplane trip there and back and free hotel accommodations where you ran up their damn room service tab, doing all other kind of stupid ass, debaucherous ass shit, whatever y'all was doing when he had all those guests in them hotel buildings. Yeah, it was a lot of shit going on, a lot of debaucherous ass shit that you motherfuckers was doing, being a guest on a Jerry Springer show when he housed all you motherfuckers in his hotels that he had y'all in. Tell me I'm lying. But I ain't never been. But I know y'all was on some fuck shit. I know y'all was. Some of y'all don't know how to act when y'all go out of town. Especially when you went out of town on the free. You had to spend no money. You was able to fly there, be in a hotel, get 5-star quality room service. Yeah. And to be on television? Yeah. Y'all fuckers clowns. And all he did was exploit the shit out your ass, and he got rich. Kevin was trying to help us, and y'all shitted on him. How's that math up? How's that math? How does that equal? Oh Oh, I get it. And this is what a lot of y'all don't want to admit. This is why I said the other night that no, we don't deserve reparations unless we have a full up and down, front and back, side to side, all around mental evaluation of the traumas that we done dealt with. Fuck what we done dealt with each other, what we done dealt with in this society. That's the only way that I'll respect the fact that they will give us reparations. We got to have some form of mental evaluation. All of us deserve it. I know that sounds bad. Now some of y'all like, man, I don't need no mental evaluation. I'm good. I'm straight. Yeah, all right. But when you smell oranges, you get to crying and shit. When you see a motherfucking you hear certain words, you start to go fucking spastic for no cause. Something triggers you because someone says something that you ain't like, and you just go belligerent and start grabbing shit and tearing up the house. Is that normal? Is it normal for you to get into an argument with someone who you claim that you're supposed to be in a relationship with, and they get so upset with you that they just start grabbing shit in your house and destroying it? Is that normal? I guess. No, but it's not. It's not. Is it normal for a person that has been with you for 20 years and they sit up there 23 years later and get mad at some shit you did 30 years prior? Is that normal? That was 35 years. Why the fuck are you bringing this up now? Nigga, I remember when we was sophomore and your ass, you supposed to take me out to take me to Dunkin' Donuts because you said you was gonna give me the special parfait and the special treats that they had going on, but you left me and you went with that fucking nothing ass hussy Heather or Susie Q or whatever the fuck. Are you fucking serious? You 55 years old and you done brought up some shit with a man that you was dealing with since you was 15. What? Trauma. No, I do not feel that we deserve that shit until we get some help. And the only way we're going to get help, we got to help ourselves. We got to stop pointing the finger at what somebody else was doing. We got to stop downing someone else's shortcomings just because you made it a little bit for yourself. Just like that bitch Eboni K Williams. Oh yeah. I'm about to wrap this up. I know this, like I said, this is a special Friday Night Live. Give me y'all ain't got to go to work in the morning unless you got that kind of job that you got to be at work in the morning. If you do, okay, cool. Just make sure you like, share, subscribe on Black Bottom Roscast. Hit some likes and some hearts on my Facebook page and hit the like button, on my YouTube. Like I say, I'm struggle streaming. I'm just trying to get something going. I'm hoping that this, reaches, somebody out here, even if it's one person. If I can reach one person and they understand what I'm trying to convey and say, hey, I did my job, because that one person could turn to another and to another to another. But this Eboni K Williams, I don't know whoever the fuck she is. All I know, she's on Byron Allen's network. She does different shows on that. Supposed to be social creator, well, or whatever. I haven't heard of her until this situation just happened. So obviously she ain't standing on nothing. It ain't made no major impact in anything. And not to say that I'm that much better, but I mean, goddamn, if you're gonna put information and content out here, at least do it in a manner where you can be informative, objective, compassionate, and have the ability to make people want to keep engaging with you. It makes no sense getting on all this if I'm not trying to get you engaged with what I'm saying. Because once I get you engaged with what I'm saying, I'm going to give you what I need to give you. Whatever information it is in hand that I feel that we should discuss. And if we need to go back and forth and talk and break bread and fellowship, this is what we do. Because it ain't just about me. It's about us as a people. And if I can give something to somebody that can help them, then I done did my job. Even if it's one person. So, anyway, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's been good. This Eboni K Williams shit is just crazy. She recently had an interview with Ayana Van Zant trying to I'm not necessarily trying to, but just having a discussion about what Black women should do in society as far as life. She's so fixated. Wait a second. I'll be right back. Right. So let's talk about it. We're talking about Eboni K Williams, her fiasco that she's done online here recently, and how she basically downed blue collar and middle class, brothers and sisters, especially the brothers. Now, let's break this down now, okay? Let's do some numbers. I'm gonna just throw a few numbers out here. You guys can look those numbers up on the CDC, um, Black Demographics blackdemographics.com, things like that. As a whole, as Black people in our community, all across, about 51% of us men are childless, single and childless. No relationship, no wife, no nothing. 60, about 60% of them are living in the middle class. So they're doing okay. See, what's so messed up right now that she has made a big riff about, she feels that being average is being like trash. And that's bad. Because let's keep it 100. If everybody in our community was above average, guess what? That would still be average. What's the ceiling? What's the low end? What's the middle? What? There are so many of our own people that will throw up on us up under the bus just because you're not doing what they're doing. But that's what they're doing. What you do is what you're supposed to do. And however you need to do to get there, that's your business. Who is someone to say, oh, you lesser than? Unless you're here to manipulate, swindle, steal, kill our own people. Anything else, I mean, it is what it is, right? Everybody want to step on somebody else's toes. Everybody want to show out another person because you think you're better than them. This woman thinks she's better than the average Black man. Eboni K Williams wish she was probably a man. Is how aggressive and disrespectful that she is really to Black men. And you grew up with a Black man and a Black woman. You down a bus driver saying that the only way you would date a bus driver is if he owned the bus, but your mother used to drive a bus. So basically you're saying blue collar men and blue collar workers are broke and they ain't got no fucking money just because you didn't did what the fuck you did to get to where you are to make a little bit more money, but it ain't doing nothing for you. You're single, you have no children, you like white boys. I'm not shitting on the white people, but she's a wannabe Black woman trying to be in a white man's world. Y'all know the kind of women that they are. I ain't got to tell you white men how some of those Black sisters act that want to be so in y'all face. And it ain't, I'm not saying, I'm not hating on how y'all get out, but that's, well, I could, but I'm not. This is not the platform and this is not the discussion for that scenario right now. I'll talk about that later. I'm telling you, please don't hold what I say to my heart because God ain't through with me yet. But you know I'm saying what the fuck I'm saying because some of these people do things a certain way. Some of us, some of our ladies in our community deal with some of them in a certain way because y'all got a certain reason behind it and you have a certain agenda behind it. So don't tell me that, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'll talk about that a different day. But this girl, she done sat up here and put her whole foot in her mouth. She done been on the Breakfast Club trying to double and triple and quadruple down on what she said. And she made a lot of people pissed off. Talking about why you got your sons out here making C's and they're not being all that, motivated to excel in life. Listen, but this question was not asked. This question was not brought up. This question was not talked about. You want to talk about these men that is not exceeding the levels of success that you think that these black men should be doing, right? They're lazy. They're doing this. They're not doing that. They're not doing this. Blah, 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 blah. But one question was not asked about those so-called men that you was talking about. Who raised them? Who raised those men that you speak so highly of? Who raised those men that you speak so passionate of? Who raised those men that you speak so negatively of? I mean, I wait. I mean, who raised them? Did the black man raise them? Black man ain't raised them. Black man ain't raised them. That'd have been too much like right? It'd been too much like right? It could be too much like right. Oh, and by the way, hey, I finally figured it out. OG, you are officially the first one to get a wrench on my podcast on Black Bottom. I just made you a moderator. So, hey, do your job. But anyway, who raised these kids? Who raised these young men? And I know some of y'all are like, well, the daddy wasn't there. The daddy wasn't shit. He wasn't this. He wasn't that. We got to stop using that as an excuse, man. We got to stop, both men and women. We got to stop using that as an excuse because, shit didn't work out between y'all. Point of the matter is, neither one of us had the necessary information, the skill, or the mindset, or the capacity to really totally vet each other a proper way. So y'all were just doing willy-nilly shit off of feelings instead of structure. And that's where we go fucked up. But hey, what do I know? So Eboni K Williams chick has been saying all these different things. She pissed off a lot of people because when she was being interviewed with Ida Van Zandt, I asked her, would you date a bus driver? Because you talk about how black people need to step their standards up in the world and be this kind of way and be that kind of way, but you're not really giving any concrete solutions as far as what you're talking about. You're just talking to be talking, squinching up your face, looking all damn crazy, just looking like the bitch that you are. I mean, let's just keep it 100. Everybody knows now, whoever the fuck you are, Eboni K Williams, you are a raging bitch. You are that motherfucker that when they see you coming to a party, everyone looks at you and be like, damn, why did she come tonight? You that person. You that person that's so high on the hog on you smelling your own asshole. You so high on the hog, you are smelling yourself from the back. That's the kind of person you are. So you said you put your foot in your mouth talking, down on and she did not, and no one pressed her on it. That's what really I won't say it upset me, but Ayana, you could have pressed her a little harder on that. As far as why would she say, "Oh yeah, I'll date a bus driver if it was the owner." You should have pressed her a little harder on that because it's like you talked about that situation, but then you bring up the situation that your own mother that got you to where you are right now and your father, and they were middle class people. You said your father had 4 or 5 different hustling jobs. You said your mother was a bus driver. And they got you to go to college. They got you to go to some good colleges, a couple of colleges. You didn't pay for that shit. They paid for that shit. They made sure their daughter had a proper education because what I always say. And if you have children, you should want to feel the same way as well. Okay, we all know we have the lifestyle and the life and the living that we do as individuals, right? It is what it is with that. Keep striving to be better, of course. But if you have children, you will want them to be better than you, right? That's what the fuck your damn parents did. And you disrespected them on top of that. Like the nerve of you. Bitch, you are retarded, man. You don't appreciate shit. And you wonder why you are going on 40-year-old woman with no motherfucking kids, no prospects, no husband, no nothing. But you got your career, you got your money. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Shout out Derek. Hey, what's up, bro? Like I say, I'm double streaming tonight. I'm on Facebook and I'm on YouTube. So please, for those that want to go on my YouTube page, Black Bottom Roscast, type it in the search, like, share, hit the bell button, man, subscribe, bro. I'm building a platform, and I ain't going nowhere because you are here at the Black Bottom, and sometimes we get dirty. So, hey, God bless you. Sending donations for Cash App. Cash App is on my description in YouTube and in the comments on Facebook. $1, $2. I don't care. That don't bother me. But anyway, she did all this woofing and woofing. Then she get on the Breakfast Club. Well, first after she got over 50,000 different comments after she did that interview, that she didn't like a lot of the comments that she saw, because a lot of regular people, average people, there's a lot of average people out there in this world. They caught offense to what she was saying. See, there is nothing wrong with an individual thinking and wanting the best in their life. But you want to know where you motherfuckers fuck up at? It's when you degrade someone who you think is lower than you, especially if they didn't do nothing to you. What could they do to you? They're not even, as you say, in the same circles of you, right? So why should you, if you're not going to help them, why talk about them? Why talk about them? Because you like to degrade people. You like to look down on people. There's certain people out here that makes them feel good to look down on somebody like they're a fucking peasant. You ain't shit. Not worth the ink that's written on your birth certificate. Yeah, I said it. Not at all. So you did all that fuck shit on your platform on Byron Allen's network that you don't own, but yet you will only date a bus driver that owns a bus, and you don't own shit. You just a hired hand that likes to talk and run off at the mouth and say condescending shit and say things that offends people because you think you're so holier than thou and better than somebody because you got a little paper. As quick as you got that paper, you can lose that shit tomorrow. Then what you gonna do? You gonna be a disgruntled broke bitch? Probably so. Because there's a lot of women out here that's like that. Not all, but a lot. Y'all think y'all this shit. You fuck up and do the wrong thing, lose your shit, and you still talking shit. Shut the fuck up. If ain't no man told some of you ladies that, you're going to hear it from Black Bottom Roscast right now. Some of you women need to learn to shut the fuck up. Because this is the difference between having this and nothing. Just because of this. You ain't got to put your hands on a motherfucker. You ain't got to, not do for a person. None of that plays a role to a certain degree, but it's this that get a lot of you women fucked up in bad situations. Sometimes fucked up in some physical situations, but it depends on the people and the situation. It's crazy, man. This woman put her foot in her whole mouth and then tried to double down with a reaction video. And then you talk bad about people. Now you want to say about these brothers, oh, do y'all have C's and all this other shit? Maybe y'all didn't do what y'all need to do as individuals. Hold on, yo. Hold on. Are there a lot of students in the world that are C students? Yes, they are. Are they any less of a person or a woman or a man than you? No, they're not. But you worded it in a way that you just made it even worse. Now people looking at you like, bitch, you ain't shit. Then you doubled down and got on the breakfast show and shout out to DJ Envy because he was really trying to stand your ass up and hold you accountable for that fuck shit that you was saying. But you just kept over talking everybody. And I'm sorry. For future references, anybody that gets on Black Bottom Roscast in the future times, understand one thing and one thing only, and that's my only rule that I ask of anybody that wants to get on my platform, break bread and fellowship with me, even debate with me. It's only one thing that I'm going to ask of you. Don't you ever try to overtalk me. If you're on someone else's platform, respect that person's and those entities' platform. Because they had to put you on it. They could have let you go somewhere else. Us, as you might as well say, as journalists, we're going to give you the benefit of the doubt to speak your piece. But if we're having a discussion, if we're having a debate, if we're having a sit down, it will behoove you to respect the platform who's bringing you to that platform. So if they need to speak, shut the fuck up. If they need to make a point, shut the fuck up. If they need to say something, shut the fuck up. If they allow you to talk, they allow you to talk. But if they need to speak what they have to say, stop over talking. And she's very aggressive that I've seen. Eboni Williams, bitch. Whew, I feel bad for you. You done made yourself look like shit. It's only gonna get worse. But like I say, shout out to DJ Envy because he tried to stand her up on her bullshit and she just kept over talking him. She was so aggressive. She was so masculine, so manly. I thought she was gonna get up and start slapping niggas. And Charlamagne let her go. And you know, it is what it is. I know the Breakfast Club got their own agendas as far as who sponsors them, who pays them. So they couldn't really push her. Push it. They couldn't push her. Like how, like a platform like mine, yeah, I'll push her ass. She probably cursed me out. She probably would. Because I tell her, man, you's a evil so-and-so. You just are argumentative sons of bitch. How dare you talk down on your parents that made it where you are right now? What if there was some parents that was smoking crack and didn't give two shits about you? What if there was some parents that sold your ass to a motherfucker for some money and you went off with some total strangers? Some of those things have happened in life. What if you grew up in a household that's one of your family members did something inappropriate to you, violated you? If we're going to talk about certain issues and problems and dilemmas, then we need to talk about the whole thing and lay that shit all down the line. Don't come to us with this damn reparation shit if we're not going to come with those proper solutions. Do I feel we deserve to have it? Of course. But do I think that we need to have it in this day and time? Not at all. Not until we get this together. Not until we get this together. Not until we get us together. Mentally, spiritually. No. We got too much baggage. We got too much hidden bullshit that is going to hinder us from taking that and advancing further in it. They don't want us to have that, y'all. They don't want us to be self-sufficient, y'all. They don't want us to be empowered within self. Y'all, don't y'all get it? Oh, you're just ignorant. I know, because I know some of y'all still some slaves in the mind. I know it. You know it. You just don't want to admit it. Y'all just don't want to admit it. Some of y'all are so stuck in your slave mind ways that you don't want to admit that if you change the narrative, it's not going to be good for you. And that's okay. I get it. But don't ever let someone else make you feel less inferior than who you really are. If you can't stand up and be a person of your own, I don't know what to tell you. You know? But other than that, I'm going to just say this. I really appreciate everybody coming out tonight that's tuned in. I'm going to wrap this up. I will say one thing. For those that really know about Kevin Samuels, please listen to his message. Get out the feelings. Get out of certain keywords that he messed up that y'all didn't like him saying. Listen to the real word. And we at Black Bottom Roscast is gone. Tune in Monday. Got another show going on. We're going to keep it moving. Good night. We are gone. Any other ideas, future things y'all want to talk about? Email me on blackbottomroscast@gmail.com. For those of us on Facebook, hit my inbox. A-List Fellowship. We're going to do what we're going to do. Happy Friday, everybody. Good night. Black Bottom Roscast every Monday, y'all. Rest in peace to the Godfather. We lost a good one. We lost him last year on this day. I'm addicted to you and I realize we the way I follow. No need to say peace and blessings to all those who tuned in. Like, share, subscribe on Black Bottom Roscast. Like I said, I'm just trying to build my platform. I'm struggle streaming right now. I am not Mr. Bitches. But they call me Goldie Green. That's my alternate ego. Y'all learn about that later. All right now. Peace and blessings. It's all good. Happy Friday. Have a blessed weekend. I hope everybody's good. Hope whoever tuned in enjoyed tonight. are here at the Ross Cast. Good night.